Hello and good morning friends, welcome to the CEC-UGC live lecture. Dear friends, as you know that from time to time we cater to your needs and we conduct such lectures on various subjects which are very beneficial for you, the subjects which helps you in studying your course material. Dear friends, sometimes we are unable to get the practical knowledge on certain subjects and thus for you we conduct such lectures so that it becomes convenient for you to get the practical knowledge on that very subject. Dear friends, as you know that since long we are carrying a series on graphics and print production, and under this series we have conducted numerous lectures. We discussed about the various elements under this very series, and today also we are going to study on a very new topic, that is visual images, that is in reference to the print production. Today in this very lecture we are going to discuss about the various kind of visual images, for example photographic, hand-drawn, painted, computer generated, instant or clip art. And for this we have again with us in our studios Professor N. Sarkar. Professor Sarkar is a retired professor from IIMC, as well as he is author of numerous books on print production. So dear friends, let's take advantages from his experiences and try to get in-depth knowledge on the topic visual images. So first of all I would like to welcome our guest Professor N. Sarkar. Professor Sarkar, welcome to the EDISET lecture. As we have conducted numerous sessions and in every session we have learned something new from you. I hope that the students who might be watching us right now or would be watching with the help of YouTube would be able to get the deep insight into today's topic, that is visual images. So we would be discussing on the various categories of the visuals. Now over to you, sir.
Thank you, Gitika, and again welcome viewers. So as you know, our broad topics is graphics and print production, and I have told you that the graphics is consisting of three components: letter form or typographic images, visual forms, the pictorial images, and the third is the layouts. Today we are going to the second component of graphics, that is the visual images. Visual images, definitely all of you agree that it is different from typographic images. And since our main topic is graphics and print production, so I will concentrate only in relation to print production. That is why mostly the images I am discussing, it is the flat surface images, not like moving images or 3D images. So in the flat surface images we have the hundreds of types of images available. We can bring them all in one place, but even then we can group them in and four categories. Number one is the photographic images, the number two hand drawn or hand painted images, and number three the images are generated in computer. Then the third is instant images or clip art. The people who cannot draw and paint, they can rely on the images available on clip art or different type of books. Photographic images or images as large, they have got a style, and it can also create a mood of the image or the communication messages. It can be realistic, it can be abstract, it can be high-tech, traditional, folk art, so on. And the mood like delicate mood, bold mood, light mood, mechanical or strong mood. See some of the examples of this style and mood. This is an image. You cannot call it a traditional image. It is a high-tech image. The image itself is explaining you that the image is high-tech. The image definitely is a traditional image. There is an image, is an abstract type of image. It is created certain type of mood in it. Then this image is a soft image. The flower is showing is soft, so soft in color. Or is this image is a very strong. The color is very strong. There is another type of mood it has been created. So now let us understand the function of visuals. in communication, they serve different type of functions. So here I have listed some of the functions, try to understand these things. The first one, the visuals are used in a communication message to create an atmosphere. Naturally, when you are in an atmosphere like Mela, festival, these are the atmosphere created by visuals. You can write pages which will not give you the feeling of that atmosphere, but if the visual is seen, then one can feel that atmosphere. It can attract attention. Naturally, the large size photographs or unusual shapes will attract your attention. When you are moving around, you see the posters, large size posters, or if when you are opening a newspaper page, that first page with a big size advertisement or a visuals will attract you. Transmit information. Many visuals can transmit information such as chart, graphs, maps, etc. Chart is concerned, it will give you the different type of statistical information which will be difficult to understand if it is in a written or mathematical form, but in a chart form one can easily understand so instantly. Graphic shapes also communicate, give some information. Also explain and instruct. See the information graphics. For example, you are buying a consumer product, you don't know how to use it, and so many informations are given in pictorial form. It is essential in our country when the half of the population is not literate, they will be able to understand when it is explained visually. Also available in a different form, like in a newspaper, some murder has been committed. One will not be able to understand from reading the story, or it will take a long time to understand. But it is sequence of visuals are explaining that how it has happened, and the reader and viewer will easily understand it. Illustration or visuals can illustrate or decorate. Illustrate means which has not been explained, or which has been explained but not is understood. For example, technical things you have to explain by words, but when it is explained through the diagrams, people will be able to understand. You are reading a story, especially for the children. Children, their imagination power is much less than the adult. You are talking about the queen of a certain country, let's say about Malaysia. The dress of the queen will be much different than the dress of the queen she is familiar with. But if the illustration is there, then people will understand it so easily, or the children will be able to enjoy it. Guide to travel or look at the place. Naturally, maps. Maps are another form of visuals. With the help of the maps, you can look at the place, you can go to the different places. There is another form of visuals. To entertain. Will you not be amused to see the cartoon on a newspaper? The children's most favorite illustrated books are the comic strips. So these are for entertainment. Even serious topics like editorial of a newspaper page is accompanied by that cartoon, which will talk about the politicians in a very humorous way, and we enjoy it. Present the hidden or symbolic message. These pictures, we find it in several locations, and here the pictures itself may not explain what it is. For example, tortoise. If we say, oh, the construction is going to too low speed, and the article is accompanied by tortoise, and one can feel that, oh, it is going to take long time to complete the work. Then pigeon, as all of us are familiar, the pigeon is a symbol of peace. Many times we can see the symbol, the pigeon, which itself is a pigeon, but it is symbolize the peace. Now the various physical characteristics of visuals. There are, again I am telling you, there are hundreds of physical characteristics available, but broadly we can identify these images for the purpose of our day-to-day use in print communication, such as line image. What is a line image? Line means a simple line, not necessarily. Line can be thick, line can be tinted, line can be color, but when the image is formed by solid colors, then we call it a line image. It is not, there is no gradation of images, the gradation of tones in forming the image. The solid colors, any image, the solid colors will be called line image. The second one you have seen it here, continuous tone image. What do you mean by continuous tone? Image formed by blending of colors. The photograph is an example of the continuous tone image. Here, the image is formed by, I am just showing you the example. This is a line image. Try to understand this image, where you can identify the green color, yellow color, blue color, or the pink colors. All are solid, there is no gradations. So, this will be called a line image. But in case of this image, there is a hand painted image that you can see the leaves, fruits, and they are forming by different levels of colors, and these are called continuous tone. Why it is so called? It is because the levels of tones are continuing to blending with other colors and giving the illusion of 3 dimension on 2-dimensional surface. See this image on flat surface, but it is giving you the look. The fruits are, one is bigger than the other, one is above the other. The leaves you can see, there is shade, there is light. These are all the gradation of tones forming the image. This is a continuous tone image, this is a hand painted image. The physical character is a photographic image. Photographic image, it can be black and white, it can be color. Black and white image or color image, it is continuous. Why it is so? Because here the image is formed by gradation of tones. If you take the image like this, see these colors, the lily, the water lily, which is having, see the flowers. Here you can see dark color, light colors, and this blending of colors giving that illusion of 3D dimension, as if they are blending, they are blooming on the ponds. See the leaves floating on the water, and the leaves, somehow it is light, somehow it is dark, and giving the feeling of that, oh, it is a real leaf, but it is on a flat surface. This is called continuous tone image, but photographic image in color. But this one, the same image in black and white. Black and white. White is not a color, black is the color, but white is the background paper or any other surface which is white, in which the black colors and is different levels of tones such as gray as forming the image. That is why it is a continuous tone image, but it is in black and white. But sometimes the same image can be created by single color. That is why it is called monochromatic image. Monochrome. Monochrome means, chrome is a color, mono means single. Here you can find as blue colors, and the background, of course, background white is not a color, the blue colors of different levels as creating that images. But just notice one thing, this monochrome image will not be very contrast because of absence of black. Here there is no black, that is why it is, there is no depth in it. So whenever we have to print a color, a photographs other than black, make sure that it is not in contrast. So always the black image will get the contrast, or the color image will get the contrast. Instant images. This is another form of physical form of images, because instant images we need to make our communication message visually interesting, because any communication message only with text sometimes is boring. When we try to make it much more interesting by using visuals, and many of us not very expert in drawing, or the photographs is not instantly available. So we depends on the instant images available in books, CDs, and internets. So any book, photographic books or any other books, the image you want, you can just trace it, photostat it, you can use it or scan it to use in your communication messages. The images are also, photographic images are also available in CDs. If you want a particular type of birds, particular type of people, the particular type of buildings, all are available on CDs. These CDs can be purchased from the market, and earlier used to purchase the books. So these days we don't need to purchase the books. The CDs contains thousands of images. Then you can just open the image in your computer and copy it and invoke it in your text content, and that will be illustrated. Also, the pictures are available in internet. That if you just type the subject and go for search, you will get the hundreds of images. But only problem in the internet images are that these images are not very sharp image, or the resolution is not very high. So if we use it for printing, and you may not get this sharp quality in your final product. That's why make sure that images are in high resolution, then only you can use it printed. But in any case, you can use this image for your layout, because layout will look good if these pictures are also in your layout or design. Visual symbols, various symbols, like you can find that instructional symbols. Go this way, this is the exit, this is the toilet. All these are visual symbols are available. These symbols you need not draw for each time. You can go to internet or go to the books. You will find all this, and you can straightaway utilize it for your communication material. Stock photos. These photographs are used for the professionals. What do you mean by stock photos? These are called photo agencies. They stock the photographs in the agencies, and the users or the end users want to purchase the photographs from the agencies, and they can purchase this online, and these photographs are very good quality, or that means with a high resolution, and it can be used for your communication materials for printing. There are several agencies available. To name some of them, the one is international, is very famous, and all sort of images are available. That is called Getty Images, Getty, Getty Images. These are the international photo library where you can purchase the photographs. In India also, India Images, indiabazaar.com images are available. Also available, like you want to purchase some of the photographs for government functions like Independence Day or the Prime Minister giving lectures on Red Fort. These are the images available in a photo library, and there is a library in a department of photography. This is called photo division, where you can go and purchase the photographs with a low cost. Even you can give free of cost if it is for government organizations. But if it is of private use, you can have to pay, but it is a very nominal price. So these are called photo agencies. Then last one I have written is a clip art. Clip art is another form of visual art with a non-photographic image. Clip art is a non-photographic image, and it can illustrate your communication material very well, and it can be altered. These photo cliparts are in different shapes with visuals. It can be altered. For example, if the image's background is red, you can make it green. If the shape is rectangular, you can make it even oval. This is a way you can use this. Otherwise, these instant photographs generally loses its credibility. What do you mean by that? That means if you use that instant image for your communication materials, and somebody else also used these images earlier, so people will say, oh, I have seen these photographs, then your originality is completely lost. So that's why some of the images which can be altered and you can claim to be yours. For example, you have the photographs of animals like lions in your CDs, but lion you are using, the same lion can be used by somebody else. But if the lion is in a jungle, if you want to make it in a case, you can very well do that, and it will be your original photographs. You can recently have seen it an advertisement by society, housing society. They are showing that that you can live in the society peacefully, because even you are not in the same group of people. And by explaining that, they have shown that deer and lions are drinking water from the same pond or same stream. That is quite interesting, because these photographs all these photographs are there in the stock photo, but they have used it in such a way that looks like it is a original photographs. So your imagination will play a big role in using the photographs or the visuals in your communication message. If you have the imagination, you can alter it, you can change it, and you can claim it to be your original, and you can get the credibility of your visuals. Computer generated. These days, the images are created in computer. There are two ways we can generate the image in computer. One is called vector image, another is called raster images or bitmap images. The images which are formed by solid colors, in computer it is a line image. What is a vector image? Vector image is nothing but that if it is the curved and line segments of computer images. They are resolution independent. What does it mean? That they are, when the images are enlarged, their sharpness will retain as it is. That is the quality of the vector images, and it also occupies very less of computer space and easy to handle. But there are dedicated software to create the images. The dedicated softwares like CorelDRAW, Illustrators, these are the dedicated software for creating the images. Raster images are the images which are formed by gradation, formed by tiny dots or the pixels. These tiny dots and pixels are so small, the human eyes cannot identify these tiny dots, and when they are shown in combination, they give the illusion of the gradation of tones. Like, try to understand these images, two types of images. The size of the images are the left size. A dot in form in computer by vector image, it is a number of dots. But when the dots are created and the edges, see the edges of the image, it is so ragged if it is enlarged. But if this is reduced, and you will not be able to see this raggedness of the edges. If the line is straight, if you make it slanted, then it will create by the bricks, because images formed by the dots. That is the image of the bitmap images. However, the right side, it is a vector images. I think try to understand. I slightly wrongly explained. The left side is the bitmap images, right size is the vector images. Vector images, the dot is small, when it is enlarged, it is remained as sharpness. But when you slant the image, and it will remain the sharpness. Whereas the left hand side, you can see this image is formed by dots. The edges are formed which is very ragged, and it will slant it, and because of the pixels, which is rectangular form, the pixels will be visible. That image will look it slightly ragged. So these are the quality of vector images and bitmap or raster images. I try to explain further in vector images and raster images. As I explained to you, vector images formed by dedicated softwares like CorelDRAW or Illustrator. Raster images formed by bitmap program like Photoshop, most commonly used photographs. There are other softwares are also available, but Photoshop is the most widely used, which can give the illusion of the 3-dimension or the computer screen, but these are found by pixels. If the image is enlarged, then the pixels are visible, enlarged. So that's why it is called resolution dependent. So any image to be printed, the resolution will be such that the pixels will not be visible. Now the physical characteristics. There are different effects can be rendered in this physical form of visuals, that we call it visual effect. Line image. The first one is it is an image formed by solid strokes, line image. I have shown you one image in color. See this black image. It is a line image. Naturally, a line is forming the image. That is line image. Line image. And another effect can be given in line image, such as line and tone or tint. See this background of the image. A gray tone is given on the background of the image, that is called line and tint or line and tone. Line and tone. It is a flat tone or the tone of the black. When you make the black lighter, that it will become gray. So we have given the gray tone in the background. So this image will be called line and tone image. Whereas this image, there is a tone, but this tone is different from the previous one. How come? The previous one is a flat tone, but this one you can find the tone is a bit of lighter and darker. So this tone is not the same. The one, then we can term this image is a line. Of course, line image is there, and the background is line and continuous tone. Line and continuous tone. If it is on printed page, it will look at line and half tone. Line and continuous tone. Line and reverse line. Line, if the line image is white and the background is dark, then we call it a line and reverse image. Cutout image. Visual effect. You have the photographs and certain portion of the photographs is cut it out to highlight the original photographs, such as, see this image. The photographs, there are several other things in the background, but we have cut it out in the background and we have taken only the content which is highlighting the image. This is a cutout image. Silhouette image, the image that is defined by its outline without details of content, such as this one. See this, here you don't find any details of the image, only the outline, and it will be solid inside the image, and its image can be identified by solid colors, and it is a line image, of course, but what effect we have got it? It is a silhouette effect we have got it. solarization effect. This is a photograph of a woman, and these photographs, originally it was found by different levels of tones, somehow it is light, somehow it is dark, but all the levels of the tones have been eliminated, retaining only the darkest tone, and that is giving you a solid black colors, but also retaining some of the photographic quality. And this effect is called solarized effect or solarization effect. That same effect, if you can create by different colors, this solarization effect can be called posterized effect. This posterized effect's colors are flat. See this pink color, the flat, darker pink, the flat, and the image has been created by different levels of tones, but they are flats, not like original photographic tone which are gradually blending to the another colors. Here each colors can be identified, but an effect has been created by these colors. Posterization effect I have explained. Halftone effect. Halftone. See, any image, whether it's a photographic image or hand painted image, which are normally identified as original or continuous tone image. Always original photographs and original hand painted image will be called continuous tone image. These images, when we print, then it should be broken into dots. This continuous tone, when it is broken into dots for the purpose of printing, we call it is a halftone image. The halftone image is essential when this image to be printed. Any photograph you pick up from the printed page like newspaper or magazines, you see it through an enlarging glass, then you will find and identify the dots. These are called halftone. Without halftone, no photograph or the hand painted image can be printed. The image can be broken by, see this image, I have shown you the example of halftone. See the apple, and the apple is broken into dots. See the smaller apple at the corner. Then if the halftone dots are reduced, or the image is reduced, and the halftone dot also automatically reduced, and your eye will not be able to identify all the dots, and it will give you the looks of the original continuous tone image. This is another effect. It is called mezzotint effect, where images are broken by not by halftone dot, they are broken by irregular dots. So it is another effect can be created. It is known as mezzotint effect. All these effects are available on computer. In Photoshop, you can apply this effect on your image if you scan the image and create different type of effect. This is another effect. It is called half line image. Half line. So the image is not broken by dots, it is broken by lines. When the image is broken by lines, this is called half line image. These lines are somehow light, somehow dark, that giving you the illusion of the continuous tone effect of the pictures. This picture is called duotone effect. What do you mean by duotone? If the image is in one color, like black and white, then if you want to print it on paper and give the effect of two colors, that effect will called duotone effect. Here the blue colors and black color combined, giving you the duotone effect. And also it is easily can be done on computer. We are continuing with a different type of effect, vignette effect, another type of effect, vignette. See this effect, see the image. The image is in a rectangular form, but rectangular, see the edges of the image. The edges are not very sharp, and this has been created to show the pictures is blending to the background. What do we mean by that? That when the content of the background is blending to the background, when content of the image is blending to the background, it is called vignette. Such as, let's see the blue sky. Blue sky is blending to the background is white, that it is blending. Then the plants or leaves of the grass, these are all colors are gradually blending to the background. That is called vignette effect. So, this effect can be found on newspaper, books, magazines, and they create a different type of mood in the your communication message. Here is another effect. Blending is given at the background of the photographs. Background means at the side. This effect is giving the illusion of that picture is coming off. So, this effect is called feathering effect. It is called feathering. If you select the pictures, but if the blending effect is giving on the feathering, this feather is only blending to the background, but not the content. See the difference between the previous one and this one? The previous one, the vignette one is background, the content of the image is blended to the background. Here content will remain as it is, only a color is applied or the black color is applied, that which is gradually blending to the background. It is called feathering effect, which will give you the effect that picture is coming off from the background. This effect is another interesting effect. This is called collage. What do you mean by collage? Collage is used when different type of photographs haphazardly or torn or cut and placed to create an image, but a composite image. It is not an image which is not understandable. It is understandable that see the image, the different type of photographs have been cut and placed and giving the two birds sitting on a branch of a tree, and it is a composite image. So, when the image is torn and cut and placed to develop a composite image, it is called collage image. But see this, if it is on computer page, if it is on static form, that is a collage. But if it is created on computer, it is another term is used, it is called montage. Montage is also several photographs are used, then it create a composite pictures, but it is in moving forwards. Take the example of the television news. When you are looking at Doordarshan news, the Doordarshan news symbols are moving around, other pictures are coming, all these are forming the montage. But in this case, it is all static form, that is why it is a collage. See, is another effect. Intentionally, the pictures, the pixels are shown in this picture. In these pictures, the monkeys pictures that intentionally these pixels are made visible, and this effect is called pixelization effect. It is another techniques of visual effect. So many times you will find in a photographs we don't want to identify that face of the person, and we pixelate it, or different type of effect we have to give, and intentionally we pixelate it. That is called pixelization effect. So these are all visual effect. I told you. I think that is the end of my lectures today. Hope you have understood the various type of visual images, their physical characteristics, and the different type of effect can be created created in your design. Before invoking the design, you can utilize your computer to create different type of effect. Thank you very much.